were about to be teleported into the MCU, this city would quite literally be the worst place to be living on.
Correct.
And I already live here. Yep. It's not.
Movies I would hate to live in. As you can see, we got Sinners, okay? I wonder what happened in that movie. Not just the vampire, but remember the era. Maybe there's a specific race that if you are part of that race, maybe you don't want to be in this movie. That's all I gotta say. All right. Okay, so iRobot being another one. I can see why, you know what I'm saying, AI and robots are taking over, and you never want that. It's like Detroit Become Human, except on steroids, maybe. Shout outs to DerekFDB. Link to the original video down below. Let's check it out.
You know, growing up, I always wanted to be in movies. Not like an actor. I mean, like in the movie. Who can blame me? They're so cool. But now that I've grown, I see that a majority of these movies super cool to live in actually aren't. So that's what I'll be going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some movies I'd hate to live in. Yeah, new little series. And in the end, I'll go over the movie that I'd hate to live in the most. First one up, Avengers, or every Marvel movie. As much as I love superheroes, you gotta be an idiot to want to live in the Marvel universe.
That's correct. Or any universe that have superheroes, because you're not one of them. That's all I gotta say. You are not one of those superheroes. Remember, it's you, it's who you are right now. Put yourself in that universe. You're a nobody, you're a loser, and you're chopped. Just like me. Don't worry, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about myself. Boom, right? 2, if there are superheroes, that means that there are villains, which means your whole city will get completely annihilated. One day you're driving to work, that very same day, your car is getting thrown at some monster, and your insurance is not gonna pay for it because you live there. All right.
The slightest bit about Marvel, you know, these dudes deal with planetary threats, no joke, more often than I see my dad. And New York gets the worst of it.
Yep.
NYC is like the punching bag, or like the 1960s wife of the MCU. This city does not catch a break. And on top of the usual stuff New York already got to deal with, you know, rats, high rent, drill rappers, rats. Now being in the MCU, they also got to deal with constant alien invasions, a wizard opening rifts in the city, a giant who eats planets, a literal god, and a meth head with superpowers. And to a New Yorker, that last one probably sounds like the most regular one. If you were about to be teleported into the MCU, this city would quite literally be the worst place to be living on.
Correct.
And I already live here. Yep. It's not like if I got zapped.
I used to live there,
like
but
Wichita, Kansas or something. I would literally be in the epicenter of the problem. And as a regular New Yorkian civilian, I have no option but to live every day like it's my last. Cause it literally could be. And at that point, I don't think I'll even be scared.
Yo, by the way, that was one of my favorite moments of this movie, because you know, Marvel doesn't really do a lot of R-rated, very like, you know, like dark Air Force type activities. When this little girl disappeared, I was like, oh, there's no way. But they all came back, and I don't know, it just kind of ruined the vibe. I wanted all of them dead.
And at that point, I don't think I'll even be scared. No. I'm gonna just start trying stuff. Go to the club, try some new foods. I mean, you might even see me in the alleyway with Sentry. What else am I supposed to do when I'm living in a universe where Thanos could randomly pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy first? The sad part is, it wouldn't even have to be Thanos either. Because as a New Yorkian, we're not even allowed to have Blick. So one of these street villains like the Vulture, or even lower than that, those bank robbers from Homecoming, can pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy too. And I'm gonna have to. Yeah, just keep me in regular NYC, bro. It's not worth it. I'm gonna be living there just to pay $5K a month on rent and have my first time seeing Spider-Man in person be watching him save a grandma while the rhino is curb stomping me. Next up, I got a movie that might be even scarier because of how real it started.
Yes.
iRobot.
Yes.
We all know
this one's the most likely to happen, by the way, just because obviously, you know, it's like a human type movie with advanced technology. So this is very scary.
Movie set in the future, 2035, 10 years from now, where robots and AI are completely integrated into society.
Clankers!
And I mean completely. They deliver packages for us, cook for us, keep us company. They keep the streets clean and even work with the police to ensure crime rates stay low. These things are everywhere doing any and everything for us. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Robotic Huss? Just kidding. I know what you're thinking. Well, that doesn't sound so bad. Robots doing everything for us? That sounds great. That's wrong. This is terrifying. Because aside from the fact that these things doing everything for us would pretty much turn us into skillless people from WALL-E.
Exactly. Bro, look what a phone can do, bro. the phone is an extension of us, bro. We literally have technically our whole lives there, you know, personal information, entertainment, anything. Boom, bro. Your phone is you. It is an extension of you. And look what it can do for you and how it affects your life. Now imagine you have a robot that can do anything for you, and now multiply that times however many people are there. We're gonna be so lazy, and like I can't even think like how society would actually function if we have technology that can do anything for us.
These things constantly being around us is a danger in this world, because the people in this world like robots so much that they're convinced that they can't hurt humans. What? Bro, I know I'm not tripping. Am I tripping? Judging by the way people feel about AI right now, I refuse to believe in 10 years humans will be so comfortable with AI and robots and stuff to the point where they're comfortable not only living with them, but saying they can't commit crimes? What?
Damn.
And I've known my Siri for 10 plus years and I still don't trust her. You think I'm gonna trust this thing? But that's how it is for some reason in this world. People trust and love these robots, so they pretty much get a get out of jail free card. And if you live here, that should be terrifying for
Wait,
you.
what did I just read? Sorry, what did I just read? I bang my toaster every time I make some Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels. I'll be okay. Yo, let me get a 2-minute timeout on that, bro.
Imagine how out of control this could get. If there's no, that should be terrifying for you. Could you imagine how out of control this could get? If there's no police around, what would stop one of these tin cans from shooting some random dude down the block and throwing the smoking gun into my hand? And
Yep.
that's what the cops gonna say when they roll up. So I was telling Bobby the other day, he should get the donuts from, he's got a weapon! That would happen every single time and they would never get caught because they're not programmed to hurt humans. But it doesn't end there because those are just hypotheticals. This movie goes on to give me legit reasons to not want to live around these things. So we see throughout the movie, there's a heavy emphasis on Will Smith's hatred towards these robots.
Yeah, he hates them
He
bad.
really does not like these things. And it turns out it's because back in the day, Will got in this accident that sent him and this other car flying into some water. And when a robot came to save the day, it chose to save Will instead of the little girl trapped in the other car. RIP. Meaning, even when they're trying to help, these things could still leave you to die. So if it was
But at least
me
it
and a
helped.
kid-
One body over two. You know what I'm saying? Like it did something. It did what it could do. Maybe I don't exactly remember the details of the movie, but I don't see how that's bad. At least it did something.
An innocent kid trapped in a house fire. If the robot deems me as having the higher chance of living, it'll save me instead of the innocent 5-year-old child.
Then
Bro, finally made a right choice. But
exactly.
dang,
That's what I'm saying. If that's what the robot calculated, why are you mad that it chose to save the one with the higher possibility of surviving, or the one that it could help out the best? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it came up to in its head, bro. It calculated that. So it's like you can't be mad at that.
The innocent 5-year-old child. Bro, finally made a right choice. But dang,
Shit, I'm
that's
trying to
messed
live.
up. What if
What?
that was my kid? I'd be pissed. Like, you're a robot. You can't like go gadget extend and grab both of us out the fire. That's ridiculous. What are you good for? Yeah, living here would suck. That's not even mentioning the thing running these robots, Vicky. An AI system built to protect people. Built to protect people, huh? Sounds hella familiar. And that ain't even mentioning the job market.
Hey, Shia
If
LaBeouf
these
is in there.
robots do everything for us, how would we get jobs? Like, you know what I mean? They're robots. There's no room for human error. Employers would love them. No calling out, no
Yup.
talking back, no paid time off. I mean, you don't gotta pay them, period. These
Yup.
dudes are the perfect slaves. So if you're not building them or working with the police, you have nothing.
Whoa, whoa.
This is exactly why I hope our world does not become like this. Because if I worked a long 20-year career in, let's say, construction, I'll be damned if I lose my position to an oil drink.
An oil drink.
Rules having, command listening. Another movie that scares me because of its realism stuff.
That's true, bro. And those are robots. Like those are actual robots integrated into society. But what we have right now is just AI. Like the very beginning of AI, which you write a prompt and get something back. And even that is replacing people. That's tough.
It's 1984. This is one of them older films based on a book you might have read in school. Nah, who am I kidding? Y'all don't read. So I'll give you a rundown.
That's
like
true.
I said, this movie is based on a book written in the 40s. So, you know, dark times, dark books. And in this world, society Society sucks. Everything's bleak, gray, and dull. Censorship and propaganda about some more constantly in people's faces. And worst of all, people are monitored 24/7. And this ain't like, oh, cameras on the street, phone activity. No. This is cameras on the street, cameras at your job, and even cameras at your crib. Like a big TV in the middle of your apartment with some dude's face on it that just watches you. Like, pause? But it still doesn't end there.
This is scary because I feel like this is what North Korea is like with, you know, a dictator. Like everything is censored. You're fed what they want you to see and eat and watch, and the books you can read. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has to pass through the government. And this could be like a real thing. Like, yeah, could be a real thing. That's it. Like,
you got dude's face on it, it just watches you. Like,
that's why that's why I think, like, whether y'all like it or not, if you hate America or not, we are free people. You do have rights here up to a certain point. Obviously, if you know, break the law, then GG's for you. But bro, just be a law-abiding citizen. Do what you gotta do. You're free to move from different classes. Like if you're from the lower class, you can go to the middle class and then even the higher class if you get some manians, you feel me? But there are countries out there that you really can't do much with what you got. But in America, at least you're free to, in a sense, do what you wanna do. Just don't be a weirdo or a bad person.
Pause?
Exactly. Keyword is law-abiding citizen. Yes. Which, to be fair, if you just, you know, if you just do what you gotta do, bro, then you'll be okay. Cause that's what I'm doing. I see my life. I see that I gotta pay bills. Okay, how am I gonna pay bills? In my case, I am a content creator. So I just do what I gotta do, which is show up, right? Record, edit, stream. Done. That's what I gotta do. You figure out your life and you do what you gotta do. And as long as you do what you gotta do, you're chilling, bruh.
In the middle of your apartment with some dude's face on it and just watches you. Like, pause? But it still doesn't end there. It gets worse, because this society in 1984 doesn't promote individuality even in the slightest bit. Any personal hobbies, drawing, writing, collecting, throw them out the window.
Can't do it.
You're not allowed to do that. Any dreams, thoughts, or even memories, you're not allowed to do that either. I don't care how much you miss your grandma. Bro, you can't even have a shorty, because their whole motto is you should only love Big Brother. Do I gotta say it? Do I gotta say it? Pause! And then even if you do try to do any of this stuff, you're kidnapped and tortured till you eventually lose all that individuality.
What?
That's so messed up. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all know that Boondocks clip, the
Did I catch you having fun? Yup.
That's what it reminds me of. Now,
wait, oh no, did I catch you on a beach?
All that individuality. This is so messed up. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all know that Boondocks clip, the
Did I just catch you on the B shit?
That's what it reminds me of. Now, after all that stuff I just told you, you honestly think I don't want to live here? Hell no. I'll take Thanos snapping away my local Ock over this stuff.
Facts.
That's why all things going on in the world right now scare me. I don't want to drag in states to this level. I mean, the fact that I'm even making this video with, you know, no issues means we ain't there yet. But we are definitely taking baby steps. Like, it's getting crazy out here. We got the Brits out here censoring Wikipedia, censoring Discord, censoring Spotify. Are we serious? We gonna make teenagers listen to Kids Bop in 2025? Even on Marvel Rivals, bro, they over here monitoring voice chats. Like, I got a warning the other day for just telling some dude to hop off.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Obviously, I said it in a bit of a meaner way, but still, what is this? Even YouTube.
And here's the, even YouTube with ID verification. Yes, it is getting scary, but we're in America. I feel like censorship isn't really, I don't want to get into politics. I really don't. Never mind. Let me just evade that conversation. But anyways, going back to what he was saying about Marvel Rivals, y'all also got to understand that free speech, being free, right? Remember when I said free, you're free as long as you're a law-abiding citizen? Anyways, free speech is way different than hate speech. If you are very hateful, and I'm talking about very hateful, yeah, then I feel like you should get mudded, okay? But if it's free speech, you call them out on something, then that's fine. But if you were hateful and very racist, very discriminatory, you're getting mudded. I ain't gonna lie.
But still, what is this? Even YouTube with this silly ID thing.
Yeah, this is so dumb.
Why can't we just keep it like the good old days where they monitored us without telling us? Why do I have to consent to it now? And now, before I get to the movie that I hate to live in the most, honorable mentions. High School Musical, constantly singing and dancing would just get old, especially because it's so random. Imagine you just trying to take a dump in the school bathroom and you have to rush out to go and sing We're All in This Together. You didn't even get to wipe any of the Conjuring films.
Oh, hell
I don't even gotta explain this one. Nah,
we don't do those on here.
Secret Life of Pets, pretty self-explanatory too. And then the New War of the Worlds. Bro, The special thing about this one is not only do I think it's one of the worst ones to live in, but it's also just one of the worst ones, worst movies. This movie is garbage, garbo. Like, the reason I wouldn't want to live here is not because of the aliens invading the planet, but because of the sheer embarrassment I would feel being a part of it. Imagine dying to one of these aliens and the only person around to react is Ice Cube over his monitor saying, "Damn!" And now, the movie I hate to live in the
How much
most.
did he get paid for that?
Sinners. Alright, I don't think this one will be the worst one, just wanted to hype it up a bit, but still, it would be very scary to live in. This movie, if you ain't watch it, 10 out of 10. At first I thought it was a 9, but nah, it's a 10. This movie, if you ain't watch it, is based in the 30s down in Mississippi, which already, horrible start. But the scariest thing about this movie, if you're living there, isn't the time period it's set in, it's the fact that this world has vampires. Yeah, real, pure-blooded, bona fide vampires. I first thought they would be some racist Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter type of vampires, but nope, these guys are actually the opposite.
Okay, sorry to interrupt real quick, but yo, apparently, just a little AI, Google search, whatever, Ice Cube's salary for the movie War of the Worlds is reported to be between 3 and 5 million. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was Ice Cube, I'd be chilling. I don't care what the movie did, how it did. I got my manions. I got paid. I'm outer. El Pocket Watcher. That's fine, bro, because I'm interested. He did that movie. It flopped like so bad. It just flopped. I think it really did get a 0 out of 10. Bro, but he still got paid. Like, I don't know, like who you coming after? Ice Cube or the producers and the director? Unless it was him, then yeah, but I'm getting my manions.
Guys are actually the opposite. They welcome every and anybody to their lifestyle, which to me, if I was living here, would be even scarier. With a mean or racist vampire, at least you know where you stand. They gonna eat you, so you know, stay away from them. But with these ones, you just don't know. If one of these nice ones came to my door disguised, singing me a song and offering me money, well, of course you can stay the night. Come on in. And it'd be raps for me.
And
even
dead.
if that wasn't the case, I would not be able to avoid these dudes. Because even if they don't try to roll up to my door, they're attracted to music. And you know, I'm not saying I'm some Mozart or anything.
I be playing the bangers.
I actually don't even know how to play a single instrument. But I am saying a 1930s Derek is definitely gonna be at one of them jukes. And one of them nights we definitely gonna get a Sammy-like singer who's gonna attract the vampires, and it's gonna be the same story all over again. Sammy. Yeah, living here, I'm good off that. Even all this vampire stuff aside, like I said, this is in Mississippi in the 30s.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to a juke, what the frick is there to do in the 30s?
Exactly.
I might just die from boredom. I see why all people did back then was just pop out babies, because what else is there to do?
Yeah, ain't nothing to do.
These weren't the safest times either, especially as a Dominican dude or anything but white. I don't think that band of hooded men would see me and make any exceptions. Talking about some, hold on now, wait a second, Chuck. Put the noose down. I think this one's Caribbean. Nah, they don't care. They don't discriminate.
No, you're Dominican, you're black.
They just trying to meet their quota.
Sorry.
So Sinners, with or without vampires, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I might dress up as one of the twins for Halloween. Who's trying to help me find the clothes? That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to go over this time. And this one isn't a might. I'm definitely doing a sequel to this video. I had so much fun.
For sure, bro. Yep.
Comment down below some movies you'd hate to live in. And comment down below some movies you guys want to see me do in part 2. It's definitely happening, I'm telling you. And moral of the story?
He's got a weapon!
Oh my. I see. Anyways, yeah, I can see why Sinners would be the one he would honestly hate. Obviously, the time period, especially being someone that's not white, you know what I'm saying, could be very difficult. Boredom will hit. Also vampires. And the fact is that you're probably going to be unaware because you can't let them in, but you don't know that. So if they say, hey, you got some water or you got something, yeah, come on in, you're dead. You feel me? You're unaware of that. So as soon as you give them that sign that they're allowed to step into your vicinity, you about did as hell. All right, yo, Derek, fire video, my boy.